unrestricted space. So yeah, for those who want to join, feel free to shoot me a DM or inbox message, and I'll send you the link for that. I want us to show some love before I sleep. I'll catch it on YouTube. Everyone, okay, have a good one, babe. All right, so today we're going to be breaking down mastering intuition. Now, y'all know me. I like to keep shit simple and sweet, because if it's not simple and it's not sweet, you're not going to remember it. Okay? You're not going to remember it. You're not going to stay with it. It's not going to work. Okay? I don't like complicated shit. Nobody likes complicated things, which is why we don't do half the shit that we need to do, because we feel like it's complicated. Okay? So I'm going to break this down in the most simplistic way that I possibly can, explaining to you how to master your intuition, how to tap more in with your intuition, how to trust your intuition even more. All right. Of course, at the end of every lesson, we do a Q&A. So if you do have any questions that I don't see or that I miss while we're going through the lesson, feel free to stick around for that part so that you're able to get your questions answered. However, feel free to put questions in the comments. Naja, if you do see any questions that seem like a good question, feel free to pin them as well. And I'll try to get to as many as I possibly can in between teaching. All right? So let's get started. We are talking about mastering intuition, and I want to start with what even is the intuition and what the fuck it even comes from, and just get the background knowledge on what it even is, right? Because how can we master something? How can we get more in tune with something and we don't even know what it is or what its purpose is, right? So awareness is the first step. Okay, we need to be aware of everything that it does. It's like if somebody, gave you a tool and they're like, yeah, use this. You're like, what the fuck do you use it for? What even is it? You know what I'm saying? What does it even do? How am I supposed to know how to use it if I don't even know what it even does or what you use it for? Right? So we're going to break that down. So the way I want to start is with the lowest frequency, and we're going to work our way up. What I mean by that is the body is the lowest frequency, right? The body is the lowest frequency. It is not a spiritual thing. The body does not live in the spiritual realm, which is why we leave it when we leave. Okay, ain't nobody taking their body with them. That's why we bury it or we cremate it and we keep it here. For those who are still here, they keep it. Okay, we don't have no use for that, right? So the body is the lowest vibration that there is. Okay, now the body is controlled by the mind. Okay. The body is controlled by the mind. What do I mean by that? The mind tells the body what to do, right? The brain gives instructions to the entire body, right? That's what it governs. The mind is only in control of the body. That's it. It's not in control of anything dealing with the spiritual realm. It don't got nothing to do with none of that, okay? I don't like how that looked. It don't got the only thing that it governs is this goddamn body. All right? Governing the mind is the soul. Okay? Governing the mind, thank you, Corey, is the soul. The soul tells the mind what to do. Right? This is why, for example, when you are dealing with people who are brain dead, right? Once you are brain dead, once the mind is eliminated, the body don't even matter no more. Right? You can't come back from being brain dead. Once the mind is gone, the body don't even matter. They may put you on some ventilators and let the ventilators pump air in your lungs just to keep the body alive, but it's no longer gonna have any function. When the brain is gone, the brain is gone. Right? When the soul leaves the mind and the body, both of these things no longer have any function either. This is what we call death. That's when the soul completely leaves and detaches itself from the mind and the body. It's gone. It's like, look, it's been great. It's been a great time. Thanks for the lift. Gots to go. Okay? And these two things stay here. They don't leave with you. Okay? They don't go with you. All right? That's why your brain is still in your head when you pass. That's why your body is still here when you pass. And if you've ever witnessed someone transitioning, you can see the soul leaving their body. You can literally see the life leaving their vessel. Literally 1 second, they're there, and just as fast as they was there, they gone. It's just, you just looking at it. You could tell you just looking at an empty ass, just lump of skin. You know, it no longer has any essence, no aura, no energy, no heat. That's why the heat leaves the body and it becomes cold. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever witnessed somebody transition, there is nothing like it. Literally, they're there 1 minute and then they gone. And you know they gone because you can feel it. You can even feel, if you're in the room, you can feel the soul in the room. You can feel it. You can feel it in the room with you. The energy that is there in that room when somebody transitions is unexplainable. You know what I'm saying? That shit is unexplainable. You can feel that shit. Okay? So, the body is the lower dimension. The mind controls the body, tells the body what to do. And the soul is in control of all of these things. Without the soul, none of these things matter. All right? So the question then becomes, well, what the fuck is the intuition? Right? Now the soul, aka the higher self. The soul is nothing more than the higher self, aka your true self, your true identity, who you actually are. Right? You are the soul. You're not the body, you're not the mind. You are the soul, aka the higher self. In Ifa, they call it the Ori. Okay? This is who you truly are. This version. Now, our goal, or one of our goals, you can put your you asking if they got a question, or you say you got a question for me? Our ultimate goal in spirituality is to distance ourselves from the mind and the body and get more in tune with the soul, aka the higher self. Okay? That's our whole goal, right? Is to get in tune with the higher self and get out of the head and get out of the body. Thank you, Corey. Right? This is why my favorite mantras, and literally, again, I was just talking about this today, is I am not the body, I'm also not the mind. I am not the body, and I'm also not the mind. I'm not none of these things. This is not who I am. This is not my identity. I am the soul. Right? AKA the higher self. Now, the soul, because it is the higher self, because it is the true you, it has to figure out a way to relay information to you because it exists on the highest plane. Right? So this is a lower dimension, and the soul exists on a higher plane. So the soul says, well, damn, how am I going to get messages to the mind, to the body? Intuition. Is this making sense so far? I'm trying to break it down as simple as we can so you can get it. Because the more simple it is, the easier you get it. Right? And the better you can take advantage of it. The soul is trying to figure out, how can I send messages to the mind and to the body? That's where intuition comes in. Intuition is the ability for the soul or the higher self to communicate with the mind and the body, to give instructions on how to move, where to go, what's up ahead, what's coming, right? What to prepare for, what to look out for, what to watch for, right? Because the soul, again, exists on a higher dimension. So it has more information, it has more knowledge, it has more of an advantage. It's like a GPS system, right? It's like a GPS system. If I say, okay, I'm trying to get to the grocery store, I'm trying to get to Whole Foods, right? I know that my destination is Whole Foods, but I don't know how to get there because I ain't never been here before. I've never been in this particular area before. Right? Or I've never been to this particular Whole Foods before. So what we do, we put it into our GPS. And the GPS is going to map out everything that we need to do. Every turn that we need to make, every exit we need to take, every light that we need to turn at, every roundabout, every single thing that we need to do, the GPS is going to communicate that back to us. And you as the person in the vehicle, right? So the car will be the body. You in the car will be the mind, and the GPS will be the soul. So you as a person is reading the GPS, and then you telling the car, aka the body, what to do, where to go, what turns to make. Is this making sense so far? So the higher self, the soul, right, is like the satellites in the sky. It overlooks everything. It's on a different dimension. It's in a different place. It's overlooking everything. You can see everything, right? So when you put in, hey, I'm trying to get to this place, that satellite, that GPS is going to connect to that satellite, and it's going to sit there, and it's going to compute exactly where you need to go. It's going to add in traffic. It's going to add in accidents. It's going to add in the speed. It's going to add in if there's any construction or something going on. It's going to take all of that into account, and it's going to map you the quickest route. Right? So the body will be the car. You in the car will be the mind. And the soul or the higher self will be the GPS system or the satellite. Okay? So the GPS system or the satellite is going to give you instructions, which is the mind. And then you're going to take those instructions and you're going to navigate the car, which is the body. Make sense? We all on the same page? Is this simple or what? Okay? So intuition is nothing more than the translation of information from the higher self to the mind so that it can tell the body what to do. Because all the body do is listen. You know what I'm saying? If I want to clap, it was a thought first. The mind said, hey, clap your hands. And the body said, okay. If I wanted to stand up, the mind had to tell my legs, hey, we about to get up right now. Stand up. Muscles in the legs activate. And the body is just going to follow. The body follows whatever the mind tells it to do. Right? This is another reason why your mentality creates your reality. Because the body doesn't know anything unless the mind tells it. So if you in your mind are saying, this is a good thing, this is a positive thing, things are going good in my life, things are going great in my life, then the body is going to feel good. It's going to operate smoother. You know what I'm saying? Emotions are going to be high. It's going to regulate all of the different parts of your body system. Your hormonal system is going to be more balanced. You're going to be eating good. You're going to be smiling. You're going to be laughing. You're going to be dancing. You're going to be doing whatever fuck. Because the mind told you, we're having a great time. So that's going to become your reality. Right? But if the mind says, hey, this shit is fucked up. Everything is going to shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the worst time of my life. Everything's just boo, thumbs down. You're going to start feeling it in the body. Depression. You're going to be more sleepy, more tired, more sluggish. Right? You're not going to want to really do too much. Your eating habits may change. Now you're not really hungry, or you're overeating. Right? You're not exercising. You're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. You're not drinking your water, right? So the mind is creating the reality, which is why when you don't listen to higher self, aka messages from your intuition, you find yourself experiencing harsher conditions. Because all of these things are connected. Make sense? All of these things are connected. You can't have one without the other. One can't work without the other. Period. Okay? So the soul is on a higher level, higher dimension. Right? It is not regulated by earth. The soul don't got shit to do with earth. You know what I'm saying? It don't got shit to do with quote-unquote reality of what we see with our two physical eyes here. It don't have nothing to do. That's why the soul has its own eye. And what do we call that? It got its own eyes. Right? It don't need them two physical eyes. The physical eyes are for the body. The body need the physical eyes so that you can navigate the space. Thank you, Bruce. The body needs the physical eyes to navigate the space so that you don't trip, you don't fall. You know what I'm saying? You don't see you can see what's in front of you. You can see what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? The physical eyes are for earth, what's happening here on earth. Your third eye is the soul's eye. You know what I'm saying? The third eye is the soul's eye. It don't have shit to do with reality. This is why when you get third eye messages, aka intuition, right? When you get higher self messages, aka intuition, when you start to try to make it fit what you physically see, there's a disconnect. Because the messages come here first, right? It comes here first. It happens here in the spiritual realm first. And then it moves to the mind through intuition. That's second. Then you experience it eventually with your physical eyes. That's last. So this is why when we're manifesting, you're doing it on a soul level. All manifestations start up here. This is why it takes some time for you to get it in the physical. Because it has to start here in the astral realm or the soul realm or the ethers. Right? And then it turns into, I can visualize it. I can see it in my mind's eye. Right? And then eventually I can see it with my physical eyes because it becomes reality. And then I can embrace it. I can encounter it. I can live it in real time. But it happens in this stage. This is why when we are manifesting, you have to be patient. Because it's going to take some time for these things to come from this higher plane to become reality. This is also why your mindset, while you're waiting for this to become reality, is very important. Because if you in your head like, that ain't gonna never happen. I already been waiting 2 weeks and it still ain't happened, so I guess it's just not for me. That's why the shit don't come. Because there's a disconnect. All of these things gotta be on one accord. One can't exist without the other. So you can see it in your head all day. You can see the vision in your mind's eye, and your third eye, and your higher self all fucking day. But if you can't get your mind on the same page as what you see, it's not going to become reality. It's not going to make it to this last part. Is that making sense? Everybody on the same page so far? Let me know if we not, before we move on. Okay, good. Again, we're going to make this as simple as possible. We're not here to complicate it, because when it's complicated, we don't do it. We don't stick with it. So we're going to break this down to the most simplistic form that we can. All right, so let's recap. The body is the lowest plane, lowest dimension, right? Anything that is physical, anything that you can touch in this realm is of low vibration. That means it's moving so slow that it becomes physical. It's not moving fast at all. Right? The mind doesn't necessarily exist on that particular realm. It's a bump higher. Right? Because you can create in the mind. Right? The mind is going to tell the body what to do. So the body is first, and then we have the mind. Now at the highest plane, we have the soul, aka the higher self, which tells the mind what to do, and then the mind tells the body what to do. This is also why when we do shadow work, and this is why shadow work is important in everything that you do, even dealing with intuition. We're going to get into that next. That's literally what we're about to get into. This is why shadow work deals with the soul. You don't deal with the physical body. Because if the soul is bruised, it's going to tell the mind the wrong shit. And if the mind is bruised, it's going to tell the body the wrong shit. And if the body is being told the wrong shit, it's going to do the wrong shit, which is going to lead you to having certain experiences in your life. This is why healing is one of the most important parts of this journey. You cannot skip over it because it will interfere with everything that you do. Your intuition won't even be intact if you are not healing on a soul level first. Because the soul does get bruised. A lot of us are not just here for the first time in this lifetime. A lot of us have been here before. So you got to remember, it's like here, in this lifetime, you've been 1 year old, you've been 2 years old, you've been 3 years old, you've been 4 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however old you are, all the way to where you are now. Right? And based on every single year that you've had, thank you, sweetie, based on every single year that you've had, you've experienced something in some type of way, shape, or form that has added to your soul or that has taken away from the soul. So positive experiences and negative experiences. That's just one lifetime. Now imagine 2 lifetimes. Imagine 3 lifetimes. Imagine 4, 5, 6, 7. Who knows how many times we've been here over and over and over and over again. For however many years we was here during those lifetimes. Right? The soul is taking on all of that energy, all of those experiences, all of those traumas, and it's saving those things. It's harboring those things. So every time you, even not here on this plane, but even when you're in the astral realm, there's still work to be done on the soul. We don't just work on ourselves when we're here. Right? A lot of people, of course, work on themselves while they're here, but this is not the only place you can work on yourself, right? As a soul, you can still do soul work even when you leave here, right? And continue to become a better version of yourself. But this is why it's so important for us to heal. This is when we get into generational curses, right? Shit that's been passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down. Who knows how many times you done been here and dealt with some of the same generational curses? Who fucking knows how many times you done experienced some of the things that you didn't experience? Right? So this is why soul healing is so important, so that you can properly regulate the mind. This is why when you start to heal from a soul level, you automatically mentally start to change. It's automatic. It's like a light switch. Once you start healing that damn soul, it's just like you want to eat different, you want to talk different, you want to walk different, you thinking different, you see things differently, your perspectives change. You know what I'm saying? Your ideas for the future change. The things that you want out of life change. Everything starts to change immediately, right? Because the soul is starting to heal. Therefore, the messages that it's sending out, aka intuition, which is what we're getting into today, it's different. Your intuition is different. It's getting more clear, right? It's becoming more established. Okay? Screenshot this if you need to, and then we're going to get into the next phase of this lesson. At any point, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. If not, we are doing a Q&A at the end. So if you want to hold your questions, you can. All right, everybody got this? Let's move on to the next thing. I thought I had another eraser in here. Oh, I do. Perfect. All right, so now we're about to get into some steps on how to start tuning in with that intuition, or some of the reasons why it is difficult for some of you guys to tune in with that intuition. All right, now, the most important part of our intuition is trust, right? Because the question is not, does our intuition speak to us? Of course it speaks to us, right? We all know that the intuition is speaking to us. We all have those gut feelings, those inklings, those things that kind of just keep popping up in our head over and over, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You just can't shake this feeling. You can't shake this thought. You can't shake this idea, right? All of that is intuition. But what stops us from listening to it and following that thing is trust. Now, let me ask a question. Do you trust people you don't know? Are you trusting of people that you don't know at all? Hell no. Why? What are some reasons why you wouldn't trust a person that you don't know? Feel free to answer in the comments. What are some of the reasons why you wouldn't trust a person that you don't know? Why not? Everyone has different intentions. You don't know their motives. You don't know their intentions. Good. You don't know what they got going on. Exactly. They'll do you wrong. Okay? Good, right? Everyone doesn't have good intentions. Yeah, so everybody's saying the same thing. You don't know the intentions of that person. Right? I don't know you. You could be leading me down the wrong path. You could be telling me to do some shit that ain't for me. You could be setting me up for failure. Right? So, the main reason why we don't trust our intuition because you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself for real. Right? You don't know yourself. And are we talking about knowing yourself as far as the mind and the body? No, because that's not you. We just established who you really are. You are the soul. So because you don't know yourself on a soul level, how the fuck is you going to trust something that you don't know? It's a stranger. That's like that random ass person trying to tell you what to do. I'm not listening to you. I don't know what the fuck. I don't care if you done said it to me 11 times and it make a little bit of sense. I don't even care. I'm not trusting you because I don't know you. When you don't know that higher part of you, when you don't have a connection or relationship, thank you for the gift, with that higher part of you, you're not going to trust what it has to say. You're not even going to listen to what it has to say. You're going to overlook what it's saying and you're going to do what you want to do, which is why we usually just do what the fuck we want to do. I don't want to listen to that. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be a fact. It sounds good. It sounds alright. But I don't know. I don't know you enough to listen to that shit. So how do we start to understand ourselves on a soul level? What is the process of starting to build a relationship with ourselves on a soul level so that we can start to get more comfortable with ourselves? I just mentioned it before. 2 words. Everybody know it. Everybody know it. Somebody got it in the comments. Let's see if somebody else get it. One person already got it in the comments. Thank you. Shadow work. And y'all know I'm shadow work queen, so a lot of the stuff that we gonna talk about is gonna come right back here to this girl right here. Right? Now, why do we call it shadow work? Why we call it shadow work? What's the point of calling it shadow work? Hidden things, subconscious, the soul, good. It's a part of yourself that needs to be brought to the light, the real you. Good. Absolutely. Is it possible to do shadow work without a guide? Yes. Addressing the parts that you hide, the things stored in the deepest parts of us, absolutely. The part that's always there that we barely notice, yes. The need to go within, because the hidden things that we have to heal, yes. Exactly. So the shadow of you is the true things that lie in your energy, right? The true characteristics, experiences, ways of being, ways of thinking, ways of presenting yourself on a soul level. And because we have been so obsessed with the physical mind and the physical body, a lot of those things go unnoticed, which then becomes our subconscious. Right? Now it's subconscious. It's things that are there that are very much prevalent, that are very much so affecting us every single day. All the motherfucking time. 24/7. 365. Right? But we're so detached from those things because we're so detached from the soul. Right? So, I cannot trust messages from a part of me that I am disconnected from. Just like it's just like a stranger. A stranger coming and saying, hey girl, instead of going left like you usually do, I think you should make it right. I'm like, hey girl, respectfully mind your goddamn business. Who are you talking to? You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. On top of the fact that the different experiences that we've had, the different traumas that we've had, have fucked up our trust for ourselves. Because you start to think, damn, I didn't make good decisions back then, so why would I listen to me? This is why we go to other people for advice more than we listen to our higher self. Because it's like, shit, I done had situations where I should have did something else and I ain't do it. So I don't think that I'm worthy of being listened to. But you got to remember, who was you listening to? Was you listening to the intuition when you made those decisions? Or was you operating out of the mind and the body? Because if you was operating out of the mind and the body, you can't hold that against yourself. If you was operating out of trauma, you can't hold that against yourself. If you was operating out of pain and anger and, you know, the lack of information, you just didn't know, you didn't know better, you can't hold that against yourself. So shadow work allows you to go into those situations, go into those areas of your life and say, okay, let's get some straightening around here. I made this decision back then in 2009 because ain't nobody taught me what to do. So I can go ahead and take the responsibility off myself. Right? I made this decision back here in 2017 because I was traumatized and I was just out here doing whatever just to feel something. So I'm going to go ahead and forgive myself for that. Get some awareness and some understanding. I'm going to heal from it. And then I'm going to start working on trusting myself again. Right? And you do this for each situation, each trauma, each phase of your life, starting from childhood, working your way up. Right? Yes, you can do shadow work without a guide. If you want to donate, you can either send gifts or I'll reply with my Cash App for those who want to donate that way. Either one works. It doesn't matter. You can also like, share, and comment as well. That helps as well. Okay? So shadow work allows you to start to go through those different areas of your life and make it make sense. Right? You take accountability for the things you need to take accountability for. You forgive yourself for the things you need to forgive yourself for. And the more that you do it, you start to know yourself. Therefore, you can trust yourself. Make sense? The more I do my shadow work, the more I clarify why I made the decisions that I made, how I got to that place of making those decisions, what affected me to the point that I made those decisions, forgiving myself for making those decisions or not knowing better, helps me build a better relationship with myself. Not only that, right? when you start to do your shadow work, you also start to realize how much you've picked up on from society that don't even got nothing to do with you. Because a lot of us are walking around carrying things that don't even belong to us. You picked it up from your environment. You was 3 and 4 and 5 years old in a toxic ass environment, and you just picked up what you had around you. You didn't know no fucking better. Thank you for the gifts, my loves. You didn't know nothing better. You didn't know how to decipher between what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? You had no idea. You didn't know. So now that you are doing your shadow work, you're able to say, hey, this don't even belong to me. This attitude problem that I got, that shit came from my mama. You know what I'm saying? This attitude problem that I got, that shit came from that experience. The negativity that's been in my head, thank you so much for the beans. The negativity that, or my ability to always make something into a negative, that shit came from this person. That shit came from that person. You know what I'm saying? You can start to put things where they are supposed to go, and you can let go of it as you move on and as you develop. Therefore, understanding the true you, because the real you is buried up under all of that bullshit that you've experienced. All the things that you went through, all the things that you experienced, all the traumas that you lived through, all of that shit, the real you is buried up under all of that. All the things that people told you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You had that your mama may have spoke negativity to you in your life. You ain't gonna be shit, you ain't this, you ain't that, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? That hating ass family member came and told you you ain't gonna be shit, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that, yada 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? The random people at your school who made fun of you and convinced you that your nose was ugly and that your teeth was too big and that your head looked like this and that this was this and this was that and all of this other stuff. You know? You get to give that back to those people. Put that back where it was. And discover who you truly are up under all of those things. Therefore, leading to you really knowing yourself beyond the traumas. Because a lot of us identify as the traumas that we have. Please stop spamming my comments with that. What the hell is going on? Stop spamming that in the comments. That shit is annoying as hell. I don't know why y'all doing that. That's irritating. I'm about to cut the comments off. Not on TikTok, on Big O. Yeah, that's irritating the fuck out of me. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. So, making sure that you are healing, doing your shadow work, okay? Tapping in to the things that you need to be tapping into, understanding yourself on a different level, okay? It's going to allow you to know yourself, the true you, your true identity, okay? Which is going to help you trust yourself more. And the more that you trust yourself, the more you're going to be able to tap into your intuition. So when your intuition speaks, you are more comfortable with going with it. You know what I'm saying? You can go with it. You can do what you need to do. You can follow it a little bit more, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that on, y'all. Let me take this back off. Okay, cool. Yeah, I understand that it helps pulling viewers and all of that shit, but that's annoying as hell. I'm not that pressed with views that y'all spamming the comments like that. That's annoying as hell. Okay, I ain't never that pressed. No, don't do that shit. Okay, comment some other shit. Don't do that. That's annoying. But anyway, trust is the biggest part when it comes to intuition, right? Again, the issue is never that our intuition is not speaking to us. It's the fact that when it does speak, we don't listen. And we don't listen because we don't trust who's talking. Right? Now, also, this process is going to help you understand the voice of your higher self. Because some people may say, okay, well, how do I know when it's just me being negative and maybe just having negative thoughts and just thinking something negative in my head, and or me just having a thought that I created in my head versus my higher self communicating to me or speaking to me, right? You'll know the difference because you'll start to build a relationship with yourself to the point where you know this is higher self and this is me just being in my head. This is higher self. This is me just making some shit up real fast. Right? It all comes through relationship. Okay? Everybody got this part before we move on? How do you know when your higher self is speaking? Well, yep, I just answered that. So that's exactly why I just said that. The more you build that relationship with self, the more you work with yourself, the more you tapping in and tuning in with yourself, the more you can identify the difference between, okay, this is me just being in my head, right? And then this is my higher self actually speaking to me. Okay? All right. Now, we're going to go through some other ways of how to tap more into your intuition and allow yourself to be more trusting of the messages that it's giving. Okay? So, number one, meditation. Okay? Meditation is number one. The more you can set time to really tap in with yourself on a deeper level, right? This means that not only am I doing my shadow work and things of that nature, but I'm also learning how to tune out all of the other shit that's going on so that I can heighten that voice. Does higher self correlate with morality? What do you mean by that? So meditation allows us to tune out all of the other bullshit. All the other thoughts, all the people, the world, all of the noise, right? And tune in even more to who we are so that we can hear from that part of us that is here to give us instructions on what to do next, how to move next, where to go, what steps to take. If everything is allowed in my space, it's going to make it harder for me to hear from myself. Okay? A lot of y'all are trying to hear your higher self at the same time as you doing 24/7 or 24,000 different other things. That's not going to work. Right? Think what it means. That's not going to work. If you moving around and you going here and there and you watching TV and you driving around and you doing this and you doing that, and then at the same time you're like, well, how I'm supposed to hear from my higher self, Poca? I don't know what my intuition is telling me. I bet you fucking don't. Right? At some point you have to sit still. At some point you have to get to a still place so that you can make sense of it all. Okay? It's going to be very hard to distinguish, the different voices. What the hell? It's going to be hard to distinguish the different voices that you have if you moving and you all over the place. Right? So meditation doesn't necessarily mean, thank you for the beans. Meditation doesn't necessarily mean that you need to, be sitting there and all that. You know what I'm saying? There's different methods of meditation. We went over that. That's already on YouTube if you want to go and watch that lesson. Okay, we did a lesson on different techniques and different ways to meditate, right? But you find something that works for you, something that helps you clear your mind, right? Something that helps you quiet the mind. That's what's going to be the best meditation techniques for you. Okay? And it's all subjective. What may work for me may not work for you, right? Some people can sit there and listen to, frequency sounds or singing bowls or flutes or instrumentals or whatever. And for other people, that may be a distraction. They may need to just sit in a quiet ass corner, right? And for other people, it may be better when they cooking. It may be better when they driving in a quiet car. It might be better when they walking or when they exercising, right? Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you, right? That's what works for you. Whatever allows you to quiet the mind, that's what works for you. Okay? If you want to join me on Big O, just type in PocaSPEAKS in the search bar and you should see me. It's the same title as this live, but it's under PocaSPEAKS. Okay? So, this is all about you finding techniques that are personable, right? That allow you to get to that place of quiet and relaxation, mental relaxation. Okay? And then once you start to consistently, which is another key word, consistently get into that space, it'll become a lot easier, right? And eventually you'll build the relationship with your higher self to the point where you don't have to necessarily be in meditation or in a meditative state for it to be clear. Because you've built the connection with that higher self, with your intuition so good that now you can just be out and about minding your business, doing regular shit, and it's just gonna pop up. Whatever you need to know, you gonna know it. Whatever you need to hear, you gonna hear it. Wherever you're supposed to go, you're gonna go. And you're gonna be able to trust it. Okay? The next thing I'm gonna say, pay attention to the small things. What do I mean by that? Your intuition is not just how you gonna get the job and what you need to do to get the car and what you need to do to get the relationship and what you need to do to get the money. That's not just what intuition is. Your intuition works 24/7 for all types of shit, right? If you got a bottle sitting right here at the edge of the dresser or something, and something in your heart say, scoot that bottle back, because it's going to fall. And it's going to be water all over the floor. Scoot that bottle back. That's your intuition. And that's how our intuition speaks to us. It's not going to make no big grand entry like the damn genie off Aladdin and pop out a bottle and just start doing all this crazy shit. It's going to be real subtle. Like, push that bottle back before that shit fall. You either listen or you don't. And when you don't, you fuck around and move past the table and you hit it the wrong way and it falls. The very thing that your higher self intuition told you was going to happen, that shit happened. And it took no fucking time for it to happen. Exactly. And the first thing you say is, damn, something told me. I knew I should have just moved that shit. Damn. Now I got to clean up all this water. Now you got attitude. I got to clean up all this shit off the ground. I knew I should have just pushed that shit back. It be the most simplistic things. Right? So when you start to learn that intuition speaks all the time, it helps you zone in on what the intuition is. Because a lot of us think that intuition is just here to help you get the job and tell you that that person's not for you and, you know, just the big shit. It's not just the big shit. It's any and everything. Right? It's, hey, you know you're going to wake up and you're going to probably be late tomorrow. So go ahead and just put take that shit out the freezer and just put it in the refrigerator right now before you go to bed. I just do it. I'm going to wake up early tomorrow. I don't want to wake up early tomorrow. I'll just do it tomorrow. And your ass wake up and you late, rushing, whatever you need to do. And then you forget to take the shit out the fucking freezer. And you're on your way to work. And you sitting in the car like, damn, I forgot to take that fucking chicken out the freezer. Ain't nothing worse than forgetting to take that. Now I understand when my mother used to be mad when she told me to take that shit out the freezer so that when she get home, she can cook it. And I ain't feel like doing it. I'm like, why the fuck you can't take it out? And I'm like, now I understand why she used to be irritated. Because ain't nothing worse than you leaving the house and you forgot to take that shit out the damn freezer. That's the worst feeling, especially when you in a car, you probably sitting in traffic or something, you know what I'm saying? Or you just made it to work. You like, fuck. I knew I should have just went ahead and did that shit. And we always like to say, something told me. Ain't no damn something. It was your higher self. It was your intuition. It told you to do that shit for a reason. Because it could see. Remember, intuition, higher self is GPS. I can see what's up ahead. I can see what's happening days from now, hours from now, minutes from now, weeks from now, years from now. So my job is to help you at every single stage I can help you at. If that means doing something quickly and getting it done just in the moment, something as simple as moving something off a certain part of the table, taking something out of the freezer, not taking that exit but taking the next exit. Simple shit. Not going down that street but going down that street. Sometimes you're on your way home from work and your higher self intuition be like, don't go down that street. Don't take that exit. Go take that next exit. I'm like, wow, I don't know. Well, I'm going to take that exit for? Nah, I'll be all right going my regular way. Now your ass sitting in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Now your ass sitting in traffic. Or now it's a construction zone. And you got to be rerouted or something. It be the smallest little things. So pay attention to the small things that you feel in your energy. Even when it comes to people. This is when we get into red flags. When you meet somebody or you interacting with somebody, whether you just met them or whether there's somebody that you used to and you done been around and you start feeling something, hold up, something a little different. Especially if it's somebody that you done been around for a minute or you done have a relationship or connection with this person for a minute. Don't got to be romantic. It can be your mama. It can be your best friend. It can be your kid. Be anything. And you just start feeling something. You may not always know exactly what it is just yet. And that's the thing about intuition. And that's why we have to start trusting. Because we be wanting all of the information up front. Sometimes you don't need all the information up front. You just need to know something is off. something is off. Something ain't right. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know why it is like this. I don't know the reason why I'm picking up what I'm picking up on. But I know I'm picking that shit up. I know that something is the fuck off. Period. Something is off. Something's different. Or you meet somebody for the first time and there's just something about their energy that just don't click with you. Right? So the thing about intuition is a lot of it is trust. Because it may not make sense at first. And when you are highly intuitive, a lot of people don't understand until they understand. That's why you got to be okay with going with what you feel and just letting everybody else catch up later. Because you might feel it first. And you might be like, you know what I'm saying? I was always the type of person like, Mom, I don't like that person. Well, why you don't like him? You just being mean. You're just being nasty. You gotta be nice to the people. I'm like, girl, I don't care what the fuck you talking about. I don't like that motherfucker. Okay? I don't like that motherfucker. I don't trust that motherfucker. I ain't gonna be cool with that motherfucker. I don't care what you talking about. And you just gonna have to, I don't care. Y'all can call me mean. My family was calling me mean for a long time. You just mean. You just mean. You don't like nobody. You just mean. Why you don't like them? I don't know. I just know that I don't. Shit. If I knew, I would tell you. I don't fucking know. I just know that when they motherfucking ass come around me, I don't like they motherfucking ass. Thank you, my love. That's all I know. That's all that matters. And then later on down the line, whether it's a couple weeks from then, whether it's a couple months from then, sometimes it'll be a couple years. They see what I saw. That's the thing about intuition. Intuition, sometimes that shit will pull you up out of something or give you the tea on something that's not even going to be shown to the public until way later on down the line. But it's giving you an opportunity to get your ass up out of there. It's giving you an opportunity to see what you need to see so that you can move the fuck on and be out of Dodge. Okay? Other people gonna look at you like you are crazy as hell, like you mean, like you being judgmental, like you all these other things. Oh, motherfucking well. But when that shit hit the fan and people start seeing what they need to see, they gonna damn sure come back and be like, damn, Poca, you did say. You did say. You know what I'm saying? My little brother, he used to always try to get me to be nice to people. And he a Virgo, so I never understood that shit. I'm like, nigga, you not even nice. Come on now, because that's my nickname. Come on now, be nice. Come on, just be nice, you know what I'm saying? Just speak, just say hello. Just be nice. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. Nigga, no. I don't care how many fucking times you say that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be nice. What is wrong with you? No. And then that person go and they show their ass a couple months to a year later, and he come back, damn, you was right. I gotta say it, man. You be right. You be on point every time. Now when I say shit, people start to fucking listen. Because they know I'm not just being fucking mean. I may not be able to tell y'all why something is off, but I know the shit is off. And eventually we all gonna know that the shit is off. It's gonna happen. When? I don't know. Right? And that's the thing about intuition. You don't always know when. You don't always know how. But what you do know, and what you can plant your flag in, is that shit is going to come to pass. It's going to be shown. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where. Thank you, my love. I don't know. But I do know that shit is going to come to pass. I know that for goddamn sure. Okay? Another one is dreams. You do receive intuitive messages in the dream space. This is why I tell all y'all bald-headed, big back, little foot, fat nose ass motherfuckers to write the dreams down. God damn it, I'm not gonna say it again. Y'all is hard-headed as hell. Shit. Write the shit down. The fuck? Then you come and ask me, Poca, I had a dream last night. I only remember like 3 parts, but I had a dream. Can you tell me what it means? I sure the fuck can't. Did I have a dream, or did you have the goddamn dream? I'm confused. Because when I went to sleep last night, I ain't dreamed shit about you. What the fuck is you asking me for? I don't know. Do I look like your spirit team? Have I ever identified as your higher self? I don't fucking know. I can't do shit for you. Dreams are meant to be interpreted by you. That is your riddle to solve. That's why I came to you and not me. And not us and not we. Because it's for you to interpret that shit. And again, it may not make sense immediately. Right? That's why you have to take your time. Don't be out here so pressed to go run to somebody and ask them, hey, can you interpret this for me? Can you tell me what this means? Can you tell me what that means? Yes, there are people who are gifted to interpret dreams, but that should always be your last point of contact. Not your first. It should be your last. That should be the last person you contact. And it shouldn't be immediately. It shouldn't be within the week that you had the damn dream. Those are messages from your higher self. Period. You are meant to decode these dreams. Who knows what the dream is trying to tell you, and you out here sharing it with every goddamn body. You done told 17 fucking people. And then the thing about telling multiple people your dream is they're going to interpret it the way that they interpret it. That doesn't mean that's the way you were supposed to interpret it. So they fuck around and give you a way to look at it, and it may make sense, but it don't mean that that's the way that it was supposed to make sense. So now you done took that person's idea of what the dream mean, and you done stopped trying to figure it out for yourself, and now you going forward with that idea, and when that idea fall flat, now you're like, what the fuck is going on? Well, it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Right? This is why we write them down. I just literally was telling my client this today. You write your dreams down, and then every so many weeks, you read back over them to see if you pick up on anything new. Because sometimes, again, the intuition sees things coming 6 months in advance, a year in advance, weeks in advance, months in advance. So you might have the dream today, right? But there's things that you got to experience before you get to where the dream actually makes sense. This could be months, this could be years, this could be days. The time in between, who fucking knows? But sometimes you just have to wait it out. So what you do is, we know out of sight, out of mind. So we want to keep it at least somewhere in the vicinity of our brain. So I do every 21 to 30 days. Every 21 to 30 days, I'm going to go back over my dreams, and I'm going to read over what I wrote. I'm going to read over it. I'm going to see what's going on. I'm like, okay, I'm going to read it word for word. Now, has anything happened in between that time that can make this make sense? Nope. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to let that shit go. And then a couple weeks later, I'm going to go back and read over it. Of course, by then I've added some more stuff, so there's more to read. But I'm going to read back over it. Okay, does any of that make sense now? okay, this actually makes sense now. This specific thing here, that's it. I done figured that part out. Now I know why Spirit gave me this dream. You can also use meditation. You can go meditate on it. Okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to meditate on it. I'm going to focus on the dream. I might read it before I go into meditation, and then I'll focus on it. I say, okay, I need to figure out what this is. I'm going to set me a little timer for 30 minutes. You give yourself a time limit because you don't want to be there all fucking day stressing yourself the fuck out. That's not going to help. That ain't going to damn help, right? So I set me a little timer. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tune in. I'm going to focus on this dream for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the time I choose is. If something comes from that within that time frame, cool. And if it don't, we'll try it again another day. Right? But with the intuition, you don't want to get obsessed with time, because time does not exist in the spiritual realm, and your intuition is speaking to you from a spiritual space. It's giving you insight on what's going to happen from a spiritual space. So time don't exist there. There is no such thing as time in the spiritual realm. So when you sitting there trying to put a clock on it, all you're going to do is frustrate the fuck out yourself. You're going to be frustrated as hell. So we don't want to put no clock on it. There's dreams that I've had in high school that just made sense, a couple years ago. There's one particular dream, and I can share it now because it's come to pass. It is what it is. I had a dream when I first graduated high school, right? I was in my grandmother's basement in the dream. I'm in my grandmother's basement, and we downstairs in her laundry room. And all of a sudden, this person in all black comes in, and they bang my grandmama in the back of the head. And I'm like, what the fuck? I woke up, I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem with you immediately trying to decipher shit in the moment, okay? And taking everything all literal. I'm like, oh, let me call my grandma right now. I hope ain't nobody broke into their house, and I hope they protected. And, I'm in worry mode. Okay, because in the dream, I just seen her muffin cap get peeled back blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, the fuck up. So I let it go, kept checking in on her for a couple days because I'm worried. Eventually, I forget about it. I let it go. That was in, when the fuck did I graduate? 2013, 2014. Okay? While ago. Long time ago. Okay? 2019, 2020-ish, my grandmother got diagnosed with dementia. I read back over that dream. I said, this is what Spirit was showing me. She was going to lose her mind, lose her memory. Now, I was sitting back there when I first had the dream, thinking somebody was going to break into my grandmama's house and take her out of here. That's not what Spirit was showing me. Spirit was showing me in advance, you need to spend time with this lady. Right? You need to get more active than you are. You need to call her more. You need to see her more, because eventually she's not going to be in a mental space to be able to be where she is at this point. So the intuition will send you a dream or a message that may not take precedent until months, years, or days later, giving you time in between to get adjusted. Giving you time in between to allow certain things to play out. Right? And it's a sad thing, but, we in the black community, we laugh. We joke. You know what I'm saying? And that's my girl. She remember everything from shit. You can ask her a question from 1963 and she gonna tell you that shit word for word, bar for bar. But you ask her what the fuck she said 5 minutes ago. Baby, I be on that phone repeating myself. What you do yesterday? Oh, I didn't do nothing. I just, was in the house and I laid down, went to sleep. Oh, okay. What you do yesterday? Girl. Now I said. Heifer, I just about to say. Shit, now. Then my aunt, who was her sister, who's turned into her caretaker like shit, and they both O's. I don't know how that works, but they do what they do. She bought her labels, a labeler, so that she can label her shit. And my grandma she forgets to use the labeler. I said, why the hell you gonna buy her something to help her remember, and she can't even remember to use the help that's supposed to help her remember? Girl, this is not gonna work. How's she gonna use the help and can't remember what the help is? This is not gonna work for her. What the fuck? I don't think this is the solution, my love. I told her to label it. Well, does she remember that you told her to label it? Are we using our common sense today? Baby, they be having me cackling. But that's just to show you that things happen. You get the messages first. You get the intuitive hints first. You get the gut feelings first. And then things start to play out. This is why we take our time. This is why we move at a pace and we go with the flow. We don't put a clock on it. We don't use a calendar, right? We're not using no timer, because when you start to do all of those things, you are compressing the work. It's not able to breathe. It's not able to do what it needs to do. And you're forcing something to happen when it's not ready for it to happen. Okay? So meditation is a way for us to clear our mind so that we can heighten the higher self. Paying attention to the small things will help you start to trust the higher self more, because you'll start to use those little things as proof that the intuition is doing what you needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Give grandma, get your granny blackberries and raspberry too is good for what she's going through. Get your granny lots of fresh ginger and turmeric. Yeah, I've been trying to get her on a lot of different stuff, y'all, but she's a baby boomer. So it's as good as talking to a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? If it don't come from the doctor, I'm just a voice in her head. It don't feel like it matters. She's not supposed to be eating certain things and she sit there and eat it. She's not supposed to be eating pork. And I'll be like, Grandma, what you eat for breakfast? Oh, I had me some bacon. Girl. You're not supposed to eat that. My aunt will take her to the doctors. The doctors give her orders. Then she go out with me. And then she be doing shit. And I'm like, is you supposed to be doing that? We had to take her keys from her because she was still trying to drive. No, my grandmother, she'll be 78 or 9 this year. She's older. Baby, we had to take them keys. Because she tried to take herself to the doctors and was driving around the parking lot for 20 minutes. I said, baby, you can't drive no more. Every time I talk to her now, she's like, I need me a job so I can get me an apartment. A what? I'm going to need you to just go take a nap. You doing too much. She want her a man, a job, and an apartment. You can't remember shit else, but you remember some dick. Is you kidding me? It's just a freaky frog. What the hell? You don't even remember what the fuck happened 5 minutes ago, but you remember that you want your little peen to lay beside at night. Yeah, what? I said, this don't make no sense. Don't make me the problem. said she not asking for so much. She asking for a lot. I can't help you in that department. The hell? Girl, she be... When I say I be stressed, I just be stressed. I just be stressed. She be stressing me out. The lady she be taking me from A to B. Anywho, we got this part down, because then we about to move into protecting ourselves in public, protecting ourselves from other people, picking up on weird energies and how to decipher between those energies and keep ourselves in safe spaces. I know about that. I had those kind of tribe members, but they... Yeah, we just let her talk. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta let her talk. Shit. And at this point, whatever you say, girl. Whatever you say. Now I suggested, putting her into like a senior care facility where she'll have her own little room. Cause I'm all about compromise. I'm a Gemini. I'm like, she'll have her own little room, but then she'll still have people to tend to her needs on a daily basis. She'll have other people there. They got little activities throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? But she's not so far gone where she's like, I don't want to do that shit. She's like, I don't want to fucking do that. So I think, when it gets a little bit worse, because it's going to progress. When it starts to progress a little bit more, then that'll probably be a better option. Because my aunt can't keep taking care of her. My aunt only a couple years younger than her. So it's like, I think that'll be the best. That way she feels kind of independent because she got her own little system. You know what I'm saying? But then she also got them people that could make sure that she good and that she eat what she supposed to eat and do what she supposed to do and, all of that. So, we gonna see. Yeah, they definitely, the worst it gets, they need more 24-hour care. Because my fear is that, she'll get to that stage where she start trying to leave the house on her own and walk out the door or something and we can't find her. That I'm more worried about that type of shit than anything, or, something. It's too many moving pieces. So, we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. Thank y'all for y'all concern and y'all love. I definitely appreciate it. And I know she appreciated it too. The older generation, they're a little stubborn. So, it's harder to get them the help that they need. Because they want to hold on to their independence and, think that they know every goddamn thing. So, it's a little more difficult to get them to see that they at a place where they need help. And they don't really want help because they feel like help means that they can't do certain things. But it's like, you can't do certain things. It's a revolving door. All right, so protecting your energy is the next thing that we about to tap into real fast. Okay? Now, real quick before we move on. Everybody good on intuition? Y'all realize I made it super fucking simple, super sweet, super A, B, 1 + 1 = 2. Because I don't want y'all to complicate this shit and make it more than what the fuck it is. Get in and get out. Okay, good. One of my relatives makes weird comments. I distance myself. How can you tell if it's insecurity versus intuition? Good question. We're going to cover that in 1 second. I came late. Can you debrief real quick? Okay, so if you came a little later, we went through intuition. Honestly, the way that I explained it, you might just have to catch that on the YouTube. All of my lives get posted to YouTube the next day. So this live will be posted tomorrow rising. So you might have to catch it tomorrow rising because we kind of went into it. And if I was to kind of go all over everything again, it would take us a little bit of time. Okay? But we're about to get into protecting your energy. I'm still covering intuition. We're just moving on to a different sector of the intuition lesson. So you can still watch from this part, and then just tomorrow you come back and you get the first part. Fair? Okay? Link in the bio. Subscribe to the YouTube. That way you can see it when it becomes available. Okay? So, we about to tap into protecting your energy, which is also intuitive based. Okay? Because like I said before, your intuition will tell you who you need to stay away from, what areas you need to stay away from, what type of people you need to stay away from, what jobs to stay away from, what careers to stay away from, what cars to stay away from. I mean, on every damn level, what family members to stay away from. It's gonna give you the scoopity scoop. Okay? But the thing is, it may not tell you why initially. And this is why we have to go back to trust, right? Because a lot of times before we move, we want to know why we moving. You know what I'm saying? We just got to know all the goddamn information. Well, why? Why is it that I got to stop talking to this person? Why is it that? You know, we want all of the background knowledge and all of the extras, okay? And Spirit is like, can you just fucking move? God damn it. Some shit you gotta figure out when you get there. Some information becomes clearer to you as it develops. Okay? Shit. That's why, you know, one of my favorite shows is First 48. Okay? When I'm watching First 48, baby, I turn into a detective. I am here on the case. Okay? Detective Poca, I'm here to solve the crime. All right, which I'm just following along with the damn story. But in my head, I am here helping out with the situation. Okay, point me in the direction of the witness. Okay, but when the family comes in and they ask the detective, hey, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Can I go see my family member? Where's the information? They'll tell them, hey, this is an ongoing investigation. That means there is shit left to discover. We can't give you all the information right now. It's ongoing. We still putting the pieces together. We still collecting information. We still looking for witnesses. You know what I'm saying? We still got things that we figuring out. So we can't give you all the tea right now. Because number one, we don't got all the tea. And number two, the tea that we got, we need to keep it under wraps so that it don't get in the wrong hands and fuck up what we trying to do. That's another thing about your intuition. Your intuition know that you got some shit with you. Right? Your intuition know that you got some shit with you. They know that you got some shit with you. So when it gives you certain instructions, it's only giving you enough for what you need to know right now. Because if it told you everything that you needed to do, you would be like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm not fucking doing it. They'll say, okay, if they gave you all the details, okay, here's step 1 through 10. This is the first step, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step. This is the 6th step. You're like, hold up. Now, I'm not comfortable with that 6th step. Now, can we do something different? Yeah, let's X that out, okay? And let me come up with something. This is what I think we should do. I think that we should do blah 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 blah. You gonna fuck up the damn process, thinking that you know it all, as if your intuition don't got the whole shit mapped out the way that it's mapped out for a fucking reason. Because the thing is, where you currently are, you can't see every fucking thing. So you only speaking from point of view. You're not speaking from the whole picture like your intuition is. You speaking from your current comfort level, your current viewpoint, your current perspective, your current feelings, your current thoughts, your current emotions. You speaking from a place of currency, and your intuition is future based. That's why the things that it tells us to do sometimes pushes us out of our comfort zone and requires us to do things that we're not comfortable doing, because the current self is not the person that's going to get to the goal. Who you are right now is not the person that's going to get to this destination. These are two different people. And everything that you're going through is helping you transform into this person who is going to encounter and live out the reality of that goal. This person right here that you currently are got their own way of thinking, their own way of being, their own way of walking, their own way of talking, their own way of addressing things, their own way of moving forward when it comes to certain things, their own perspective, their own outlook. They got their own shit going on. But that's not the person that you're going to be when you get to your goal. The current you is not going to be the person who experiences the goal. So your intuition is sitting up here. And it's overseeing the entire process. It can see all of the detours that you're going to have to make to get here. You thinking this is going to be this straight and narrow. Your intuition like, hell nah. You're going to have to go here, and then you got to go up here, you got to go up there, and you got to go this way, and you got to go this way, and you got to go this way, go this way, go this way, go this way. And you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that. I don't want to make that. I don't want to go that place. I don't want to push myself to do this. I don't want to stop thinking the way I'm currently thinking. I don't want to let this person go. I don't want to remove these people out of my life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because you think you just going to be the same person over here. And you're not. All of the different things that you go through are going to slowly develop you into this person who is going to receive what it is that you want. So your intuition is looking up high. It is a satellite. It is a GPS saying, look. For example, you can put in your address. Let's say you take the same commute every day, right? And you leave and work and you put your address in. And you see that GPS is taking you a different route. And you're like, why the fuck is it taking me a different way? It's taking me the long way. I'll never go the wrong way. I always, go and take this exit, and I take, go down this road and, 20 minutes and then boom, I'm at home. Why the fuck is it taking me this way? I'm just going to go the way I know. You completely ignore what the fuck the GPS is saying as if it's dumb. It's just a satellite. You know what I'm saying? It's just sitting up over top of the whole goddamn city. Giving you the best coordinates. That's all it is. But fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? We're just going to ignore this. And you go the way that you think. The way that you're familiar with. The way that you think you know what you're talking about. And then what happened? Your ass sitting in traffic. Mad as hell. Then once you see the traffic, you know what you say? That's why the GPS told me not to go this way. Damn it. That's why it was rerouting me to go down and take this exit. Yeah, I bet you feel dumb as shit now. Now you gotta sit there for an additional 20 to 30 minutes. Now you got the nerve to have an attitude and you irritated. As if you didn't have a way to avoid all of this. Hello? That's what the intuition is doing. The intuition is saying, hey girl, you may not see it because you sitting here. You all the way down here trying to tell me up here what the fuck is happening over here. You can't even see it. Imagine somebody standing on the top of a building and you on the ground, right? If you ever stood on the top of a building or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can see the whole city, right? If you stand on a building tall enough, you can see the whole city. Now imagine it's a person sitting there at the bottom and y'all got walkie-talkies. And that person say, guide me to the other side of the building. Right? Now you at the top of the building, you can see everything clearly. You like, all right, bet, no problem, shit. What you gonna do first is you gonna walk forward about 6 feet, and then you gonna make a right. Like, all right, they walk forward about 6 feet. They make a right. Then you say, okay, after you made that right, you're gonna take about 12 steps, and it's gonna be some stairs. And that person tells you in the walkie-talkie, ain't no fucking stairs over there. How frustrated would you be on a scale of 1 to 100? Ain't no stairs over there. You don't know what you're talking about. You'd be mad as hell. Bitch, I'm looking at the fucking stairs right now. You gonna do the booty hole mouth. I'm looking at the fucking the stairs are in front of you. If you listen to me, I can see the goddamn stairs. I'm telling you. Alright, don't listen. Don't listen. That person don't listen and they walk their ass and fall down them fucking steps. Now they mad at you. Now they got an attitude with you. Wow, why didn't you, you could have told me the stairs right there. I did tell you the stairs right there. You told me that you weren't going to listen. Now you got an attitude with me because you fell down the fucking steps and now you bruised up and you mad at me. That's how your higher self and your spirit team be feeling. That's exactly how they feel. Every time you ignore your damn intuition, thinking you know a better fucking route, thinking that you know the best, and you got all the damn answers and all the information and shit, and they can't tell you nothing. Then you fall down the fucking steps, and you tell something, I wish somebody would have taught me. I wish somebody would have told me. I wish I would have had a sign. I know they be ready to just, punch the fuck out of us. Just nose bloody. You know what I'm saying? Just nose bloody. You just deserve just the blackest eye. You know, because we think we know every goddamn thing as if these motherfuckers is not looking down from a higher place, giving us the fucking information that we need. And then you got the nerve to have an attitude, telling you wish somebody would have told you something. Did I not tell you? What the fuck? I'm confused. Did we not give you instructions? Did I not try to tell you that there was stairs up ahead? I'm confused. So when your intuition is telling you to do certain things, it's better to just listen the first time. It's better to go with it the first time. Make it happen the first time. Instead of falling down the fucking steps. Shit. Alright. Now, under the umbrella of intuition, When we're dealing with other energies, okay, and this is going to be an interactive part, what are some ways that our intuition can tell us or alert to us that somebody is wrong? Somebody's energy is wrong. We shouldn't be around that person. We should, leave where we are. What are some ways that our intuition communicates to us when it comes to other people? Somebody said your energy gets drained. Goosebumps. Feeling tired. Tension. Gut feeling. What else? Hair stand up. Headaches. What else? Mood shifts. Dreams. Let me see, did y'all put something over here? Feeling anxious. Anything else y'all can think of? Visions. Any other ones? Are we good with this list? Anything else we need to add? Somebody said odor. Ears ringing. Projection. Nausea. Anything else y'all can think of? We got headaches. Fear. Being triggered. Negativity. Heart palpitations, that's a good one. Palpitations, yeah. I know I gotta check the spelling on certain shit. Or chest pain. Angel numbers. Anything else? Eye twitching. Butterflies. We got ear ringing. Okay. All right. So we got a pretty good list. So let's go through some of these. Okay. If y'all think of any other important ones, then we'll add them. All right. So when it comes to your intuition, when somebody said itching, I'll add that one. When it comes to your intuition, when you are around certain people who you shouldn't be around, certain people who are not for you, certain people who have energy that just does not mix well with yours, right? You will have different alerts that are sent to you from the intuition that will develop into physical things, right? Because like we talked about, we got the soul, the mind, and then the body, right? So the intuition is information coming from the soul that's going to communicate to the mind and eventually display itself in the body or communicate itself to the body. But it starts intuitively. It starts on a soul level, on a spiritual level, and then eventually it'll start happening in the body. Most of these things are physical things that you start to feel after you get the intuitive message on a soul level, right? So when your energy starts to get drained, you start feeling weak, you start feeling tired, going to this, feeling tired, you start feeling weak, you start feeling, thank you my love, you start feeling annoyed, or you just feel like you just, need to lay down. You're not really tired like sleepy, but your body is tired, you feel heavy, you feel weighted down, right? That could definitely be a sign that you're in the wrong space, around the wrong people, especially if you weren't tired or feeling like that before you got there, before you got around them people. All right? Goosebumps. Goosebumps can most definitely happen when you're around some energy that is disturbing your spirit. Okay? Now, all of these don't always mean something is bad, but it is a way that your intuition gets your attention, right? So sometimes you can get goosebumps and it be something good. It be something positive. Sometimes it can be an alert that something is off, right? This is when intuition comes into play. This is when you need to analyze. You need to take an account. Okay, what's going on? What am I feeling? Right? Tension. When you feeling that weird tension between you and a person, like something is off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It just feel rough in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It just feel like, do we got beef? Is we cool? Why is so much tension in here? You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to talk. They don't really want to talk. You don't really want to move. You don't really want to speak. You don't really want to do nothing. You're just like, ooh, this feels weird. Okay? Your gut. Your gut is called the second what? The second brain. Good job. Going back to mind. So when that intuition communicates to your mind, it also can communicate to that gut, which is the second brain. Right? So a lot of the things that your intuition is telling you, that's why we feel it in that area. We feel in that area sometimes when we feel it anywhere else. Or we feel it in that area first rather than we feel it anywhere else. Right? You just feel this weird feeling in your gut, this tingling feeling. Sometimes it's butterflies. Sometimes it's just irritation. Right? Sometimes it feel like you gotta go to the bathroom, but then you try to go to the bathroom and you can't go to the bathroom, or you just went to the bathroom, so it's like, why do I have to go to the bathroom again? It start fucking around with that area, right? Because something is fucking off. Okay? Something's off here, all right? The hairs on your body will stand up. This is why I be telling y'all, don't be shaving your whole body bald. Keep some hairs on your goddamn body. All right? Your hairs are connected to your nervous system. Your nervous system is connected to the energy centers in your body. So when it comes to picking up on what the fuck is going on, your hair is going to get the alerts from your nervous system, and it's going to alert you. That's how when shit is weird, you feel weird, and then your hair starts sticking up. Like, what the fuck? Something's going on around this motherfucker. Okay? It's sending you messages. Hey, listen. And it can be on your arms. It can be on the back of your neck. It can be on your legs. It can be wherever. Keep your little hair somewhere. You don't need to be walking around this bitch. Excuse me, I've been holding that yawn for a minute. You don't need to be walking around this bitch like Caillou. Okay? Keep some damn hair on you. Y'all don't need to be bald everywhere. That's crazy. That's insane. We got hair for a reason. It is literally connected to our nervous system. The hair on your head, the hair on your body. It's all connected to your nervous system. Shit. Y'all be out here looking like them goddamn hairless cats. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's your damn hair? Okay. Headaches. Headaches are another one. Okay? Them headaches, baby. Your head just get to pounding out of nowhere. Or you start getting tension headaches, but ain't nothing on your head. You know what I'm saying? You head just throbbing. You don't know what the fuck is going on. And it wasn't like that before. Right? And it be the worst when the headache be so strong that now the lights is disturbing you and the noises is disturbing you. And now you just like, everybody shut up and cut all the lights off and just leave me alone. You can't even look at your phone screen because your head is banging. Alright? You around some fucked up ass energy. Something is wrong. Something is off. Okay? Mood shifts. How you go from being in a good mood and a decent mood, and all of a sudden you get around these people or this person, or you get into this environment and all of a sudden you feeling shitty. You feeling depressive. You starting to overthink. Your anxiety is going up. Anxiousness. You know what I'm saying? Now you worried. Now you questioning yourself. Now you doubting yourself. Now you feeling insecure. Now you feeling a lack of confidence. It shows up in so many different ways when it comes to our mood. Okay? That's usually because you associated with the wrong energy. Now, if you feeling any of these things and you by yourself, you the problem. The call is coming from inside the house. Let's be very clear. Because you most definitely feel these things and it be about you. But if you wasn't feeling none of this shit before, and then you start feeling it when you get around certain people, then that's something different. Okay? Visions, right? You start having visions. You start seeing things. Okay? May think you tripping. May think you tweaking a little bit. Like, did I just see what I just saw? Yes, you did. Okay? Or sometimes Spirit is giving you an opportunity to see a possibility that you're headed toward. You know what I'm saying? Every decision you make, everything that you do comes with a number of possibilities. And if you keep moving towards a certain path, those possibilities become more of an option of reality. And sometimes your spirit team, higher self, intuitions, all connected to the same shit, will give you a glimpse of where you could potentially end up if you keep moving down this motherfucking path. If you stay around this person, if you stay around these people, if you stay in this environment, this could potentially be your outcome. So I hope you're okay with it. I hope that you like it. Okay? Odor. Sometimes you can smell certain things. Odor is definitely one of them. Sometimes you walk into a room and it smell off. It's almost like when you can smell sickness. A lot of people don't be understanding when I say that, but you can smell when somebody is sick or when they have a certain energy on them. I can't describe to you the smell, but you can smell sickness and you can smell negative energy on people. It has a scent. It has a scent. It's I can't compare it to anything, but it's like a stale type of scent. Like sometimes it smells like old clothes, like mildew clothes. Sometimes it has like that type of smell, or it smell like it smell like a cough or something. I can't describe it. It just smell like you walked into a cough. I don't know how to describe it, but you can smell that shit. You like, you know what I'm saying? I done had people come around me, and I'm like, ooh. You know, they just got this odor to them. And it's not that it necessarily stink. It's just you just can smell it. It's weird. It's not like a funk, like, ooh, you funky, I can't bear it. It's just like it smells. I don't know how to describe it. The best I can say is it smell like a cough. It smell like sickness. It smells like dry air, or like mildew clothes sometimes, or it depends, but you can smell that shit on people. You can smell it in their environment. You can smell when people have a stagnant environment. You know what I'm saying? You can smell when there's no energy in the space, when there's no high vibration in the space, when you can just smell it. Yeah, it smell like a hospital sometimes. Like if you ever walked into a hospital, if you have the gift of smelling, because that's one of the clairs, right? I forget which one it is, but that's one of the clairs, being able to smell and taste, right? If you ever went to a damn hospital and you go into a certain unit, you can smell the death in there. You can smell the sickness. You can smell it. Or if you've ever been to a psych ward, you can smell it. It has a very unique smell. And again, it's not that it stinks. It's not like an odor that's like unbearable, like it's stinking or nothing. But it just has this ugh. It just ugh. It just smells dead and stale. It's weird. It's a weird odor, and with that odor comes this energy that just overtakes your body. You start getting chills and shit. You're like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. This is why I don't like hospitals. I don't go unless I need to go. I don't go to psych wards unless I need to go. I don't go to places like that unless I need to go. Because I can It's unbearable. I don't like it. It's unbearable to me because I know what it is, and I don't like that shit. So odor is definitely one of those ones that's underrated. And if you are tapped in to it enough, it's definitely a telltale sign of what the fuck is going on and what's in that environment that you're in. Okay? Ear ringing. Ear ringing can have multiple different messages or reasons of why your ears are ringing. Okay? Some of it is positive, some of it can be negative, right? This is when you have to tap in a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So that you can kind of pick up on, okay, is this something that I need to be alerted to, you know, for me to protect myself or whatever. Okay? Either or. All right? Projection. When people get to projecting. Okay? When people get to projecting, you know it's some shit with them. Because why is you trying to put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby? You know what I'm saying? What is you trying to fuck with me for? You know? Why are you trying to make your issues my issues? Why are you trying to fuck, like, what did I do to you? You know what I'm saying? When people get to projecting, you know it's something with them. It's something going on. Okay? It's something going on. Nausea. That's going back to that second brain, that gut. You feeling so out of place. You feeling so uneasy that you feel like you gotta throw up. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you gotta throw up. Feeling sick. And it only happened when you went into that certain space. It only happened when you got around that certain person. Okay? Sometimes you don't have to physically be around that person. You could think of a person and your body will start reacting. Just the thought of that person will make your body start doing weird shit. You know? Just random ass shit. Okay? Fear. Fear is most definitely one of those things that can alert you to you being in the wrong energy or being around the wrong environment or being around the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Fear. All of a sudden you scared. It's like you almost can sense something is about to come from it that is not good. You can feel that the negative options or those low vibrational options getting closer to your reality. Literally. Okay, you know, you walk into a party and you just feel like something's about to happen. Something's about to happen. I don't know what, but I need to leave. I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's about to happen. Something's about to happen. Or you in a certain neighborhood, or you get into a car with somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody come over your house, or whatever the situation may be. You just start feeling like something about to go wrong, something about to go bad. I need to remove myself. I need to get away from this person. I need to leave this environment, so on and so forth. You get triggered. Now, triggers can be strange because sometimes people come and they trigger you into fixing your triggers, right? Sometimes triggers show up so that you can become aware of them and therefore do something about them. And sometimes you are triggered because people want to trigger you on purpose. You know what I'm saying? There are certain people who know how to trigger you. They know the buttons to push and they push them motherfuckers on purpose. And then you have some people who unintentionally may trigger you because they're trying to help you. They may not even know that they're helping you, you know, grow in ways that you're not used to growing, or change in ways that you're not used to changing. Okay? So the best thing with triggers is, I always tell my clients, and I have it in my shadow work guide that I wrote that's on my website if you want to go check that out. Start writing down the things that trigger you. Write the shit down. Okay? Write it all down. And then go through each one of those triggers. And try to figure out, okay, where did this come from? Why does this make me feel the way that I feel? Why does this irritate me the way that I'm irritated? You know what I'm saying? Why is this specific thing bother me the way that it's bothering me? You know, where did this start? What part of my life did this start in? You know, who is the person who started it? And the more you start to become aware of why, how, when, what, and all of that stuff, you can become more aware of when it happens, or you can become more aware of when it is about to happen so that you can avoid it completely and start healing that particular trigger. Okay? Negativity. Sometimes people just negative and you just can pick up on the negativity in a room. Sometimes their energy just negative. Just ugh. Like, is you cool? You know what I'm saying? Them people who always talk about some low vibrational ass shit. And they may not think it's low vibrational. But they talking about it. And you just be looking at them like, you don't got nothing else to talk about? Oh my God. You wonder why your life is going the way it's going. Look at what you talk about 24/7. Thank you, Bree. You know, like all the baddies bitches. I can't stand you hoes. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I can't stand you baddie bitches. I can't stand y'all. Y'all irritate my soul to the deepest parts of irritation. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you sit there and watch some shit like that? Ugh. It's different from when we was young and was watching that shit, you know, as kids, Bad Girls Club and shit like that. But eventually you gotta grow out of little stupid ass shit like that. Niggas is 30 and 40 years old talking about baddie shot o'clock. Huggins, you cool? You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that just scream negativity when it comes to people's energy. And when you start paying attention to a person, you can see why they are the way that they are. You can see why their life goes the way that it goes. You can see why they attract so many negative outcomes to their life because of the things that they encounter, the things that they experience, the things that they be doing, the people that they be watching, the things that they intake on a daily basis, their conversations, their ways of thinking, you know, the things that they feed themselves on an energetic level. It starts to take hold of their life, and their life begins to look a certain type of way. It's like, of course you always having a bad day. Look at the shit that you be doing. You know what I'm saying? Of course you depressed again. Look at the way you living your fucking life. It is 8 a.m. and you listening to some Get It Sexy. Bitch, cut that off. What the fuck? It's too early for you to be putting that shit in your motherfucking energy. And vice versa for men. Why'd you listen to Lil Baby at fucking 7:30? It's early as hell. You talking murder, kill. It's early, boo. What the fuck? Is you cool? Okay? Oh, I forgot I got a battle tonight. Damn, I got a battle in like 5 minutes. So let's try to hurry up so we can at least get through some of this before we start this battle. Okay. Then we got heart palpitations. Now, if you ain't never had heart palpitations, that shit will scare the fuck out of you. I ain't lying. Okay? That shit will scare you. Especially when it come out of nowhere and your heart get to moving funny. Like, what the fuck? Okay? Another sign that something is wrong. Chest pain. Chest pain is one of them ones, too. Chest get tight. Okay? Chest get to hurting. Heart beating real fast. Anxiety attacks, panic attacks, right? Angel numbers can be positive or it can be a representation of something that you need to pay attention to. Okay? It just really depends. And this is why you have to, again, build that relationship with yourself. Okay? Get into a deeper connection and relationship with yourself so you can see what the fuck is going on. so that you know what the angel numbers is trying to tell you, because all angel numbers don't mean the same thing for everybody. We all different people, okay? Eyes twitching. Eyes twitching can mean a number of different things as well. It can mean that you're around some, low vibrational people. It can also mean that you need to be alerted to something. You need to pay attention to something, okay? You need to see something, right? Butterflies. Butterflies is the same thing as nausea and that gut feeling, okay? It's all happening in that second brain. A lot of people think butterflies mean, oh, I'm so in love. Sometimes it means, oh my God, run. Period. Okay? And then we got itching. Random body itching. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you get the... And then also with this, pay attention to the parts of your body that are feeling the things that you're feeling, right? Because if it's happening with my eyes, what do I do with my eyes? I see. If it's happening to my feet, what do I use my feet for? Walking, moving, leaving. If it's happening to my hands, what do I use my hands for? Right? If it's happening with my throat chakra, what do I use that for? So pay attention. Go back to the live lesson that we did when we talked about the different body parts and the different meanings of the body parts and how that translates into chakras and how that translates into zodiacs and other, different things. That way you can start to put two and two together and make it make sense. Okay? So that you're not just out here feeling the way you're feeling and then being confused. All right? The other lives are located on my YouTube, link in the bio, or you can just go to PocaSPEAKS. Type in PocaSPEAKS on YouTube, and my fat head ass will show up. I promise you. I'll be right there. All right, so before we do our Q&A, I gotta do this battle real fast. It's gonna take me like 5 minutes. And then we'll do our Q&A and close out. So don't go nowhere if you got questions. I forgot that I had to do this today. I should have agreed to do it tomorrow, but I didn't even fucking think about it. Okay, hold on. Let's flip this camera. All right. Is Naja still in here? Do I got any mods still in here? I know Corey's still on Big O. I don't know if I got any mods on TikTok that's still here. Okay, we got Taylor still here. Okay, cool. Because what I'm going to do is, once I finish this little battle, and I'm not ending the live, but somebody going to join real fast, and I'm going to do this quick little battle. Because I got to do it. I agreed to it, so I got to do it. Once I get finished with that, we're going to do a Q&A. For the lesson. And I'm going to answer some questions. And I want to make sure I get everybody's questions. So make sure that you stick around so that we can get into it. That's how you know when you get older, you just get to clean that shit. Just random as hell. Damn, I've been off the last couple of weeks. Okay, let me see if I can see her. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. On stage, protected, Lexi is saying that her thing is age protected. It won't let me invite her. She'll have to invite me, I guess. Bitch, I'm not pregnant, I'm fat. That's called what we got right here? We got some rice right here. We got some eggs over here. We got a little salmon down here. We got a little chipotle in this region. We got a little, what's over here? Let me think. Shit, I can't think. What else over here? We got a little, some chips. We got some chips for sure. We got some chips over here. We got some of our crab cakes. So definitely had me a crab cake too. Over here in the nether regions. And then the thigh section, we got some yams and some greens and some mashed potatoes and some oatmeal and such. You know what I'm saying? Some cornbread. Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. That just be eating good. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little healthy. It's just a little hat. You know what I'm saying? Just put it on top of their head. Keep their head warm while they down there. That's it. Just a little lap hat. Little lap hat. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's all it is. Thank you very much. Exactly. Keep their head warm. You know what I'm saying? While you suffocating with your legs. Alright. I'm just waiting to get confirmation on this battle. Because if we're not doing it, then we're going to do this Q&A real fast. And get to it. So we can do it. Ooh, excuse me. Y'all can start putting questions in the comments. I'm gonna take questions as long as I can. If they don't pop up, then they don't pop up. If they do, then they do. But you can start putting your questions in the comments. Not the head be sweating. You got a little, you got the hat, you got the earmuffs. Keep the head warm and the ears warm. I just be helpful. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to just be of assistance. I'm here to serve. Okay? I'm here to make sure that the community thrives. I think I asked before, but what's your thoughts on Kundalini energy? So Kundalini energy, again, is the way that the energy travels up the spine and activates the pineal gland, right? So it's in the shape of that cobra. That's where we get the cobra or the snake or the serpent energy from, right? So it goes up our 33 vertebrae, starting at the root chakra, and eventually it activates the pineal gland, which is the third eye chakra, okay? When that gland is activated, it basically gives you a different connection to the astral realm, right? It gives you a different different access to the spiritual realm, and allows you to tap in on a deeper level. So Kundalini, activating your Kundalini comes through meditation, focused meditation, being very intentional in the way that you're meditating and what you're meditating on. And it takes some time. It's not nothing that you're going to tap into immediately, you know, first go around. It's going to take you some time, right? You know, to start working that energy up the spine to activate that Kundalini energy. How can I clear my solar chakra? I seem to clear all the other ones, but that seems that's been the hardest. So solar plexus is where our confidence is, our creativity, all of that. So I did a video where we broke down the solar plexus chakra. We broke down all of the chakras, what they look like when they're overactive and underactive. We also broke down the connection to the chakras and the body parts. So I will watch both of those. Go to my YouTube, go to the live section. That's where all of my lives are posted. And look for those 2 videos and watch that. And that should help you start to clear those areas up. Also, on my website, I do have a chakra guide where I take you through step by step each chakra, how to work with it, with different exercises to do. So feel free to check that out as well. Okay. Next question. What are some other ways to help raise your vibration? So one of the best ways to raise your vibration is movement. Move your damn body. We don't move our body enough. We always sitting the fuck down, laying down, rolling around. Move your body. Get up and move. Get up and exercise. Run, walk, do jumping jacks. Dance. You know what I'm saying? Sway your hips from left to right. Something. Move that damn body. Okay, hold on, y'all. We about to do this battle real fast. It's gonna take 2 seconds, and then we're gonna finish our Q&A. I'm like, how the hell do I get up out of here? Shout out to everybody that gifted. I love y'all down. Y'all did not have to do that, but y'all did, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being patient. Shout out to the ones who stuck around. Shout out to the ones who gifted. Shout out to the ones who supported. The people who stuck around, even if you didn't gift. Shout out to just sticking around. I love y'all real bad. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, BML. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, let's get back into our shit. I'm gonna take that part out of the YouTube clip, so we're not gonna see that part. Okay. How do you prevent someone from spiritual spying on your energy in a dream realm? That's a good question. So the best way, or my favorite way of that, number one, is I like crystals. My favorite being purple amethyst is one of the best ones. Black tourmaline, selenite. I'll sleep with those in my bed. Another option is speaking words of protection over yourself. You know, inviting and thanking your spirit team in advance also for that layer of protection before you go to bed. You can also get a pair of scissors and open up the scissors and then put them under your bed. That's a hoodoo tip or hoodoo trick for keeping out negative energy or low vibrational energy. You can also get like a little shot glass or a small little glass bowl, and fill it with protection herbs. And you can put that under your bed as well, or you can put it in a mojo bag and put that in your pillow. Those are some of the basic ways. What's a great crystal for reconnecting with your intuition? Definitely purple amethyst. Intuition. Tiger's eye. Pyrite. Clear quartz. Those are some good beginner crystals, for sure. Lavender also helps with intuition because it'll help calm anxiety and overthinking. Ginger can also help with intuition. Coffee can help with intuition. Bay leaves, basil, rosemary. What's a good crystal to make you 360? Well, you don't want a 360 because that's a circle. You want a 180. So if you want a 180, a good crystal to help with that. Just with life changes, usually moldavite, but you got to be ready for that. That's not one that I would just play around with. What should we do if we call someone, if we can tell someone close by is trying to throw you off your alignment? You need to remove yourself from that person's space, number one, and then you need to call your power back. And you can literally just say, I call my power back from the person. Say they name, they full name. If you know their full name, say it. And then, remove yourself from that person. Don't go back around that person with that energy. You can't speak to them directly about it because they don't know you know. Yeah, call your power back and remove yourself from that person's energy. And then continue to speak protection over yourself and over your life. I don't be tripping with them spirits. I don't entertain them. But the attack from them is on. Yeah, of course. I mean, when you are living a certain type of life and you are headed towards a certain goal and a certain outcome and you're about to live a certain reality, or you just have goals and dreams and visions of living a certain reality, there's going to be people who don't want to see that happen. There's going to be people who want to be a part of that not happening for you, right? So it's important for you to, this is why we do daily protection, whether you're speaking daily protection of yourself or whether you have things in place that keep you safe on a daily basis. Like, having your mojo bags, having your herbs by the doors and by the windows, you know what I'm saying? Saging on a daily basis if you feel the need to. That's why all of those things are important, so that you are covering yourself on all different types of, on all levels, you know what I'm saying? Not just, from one aspect, but having multiple different things that you're doing. Also, I don't think I've spoken this before, but when you do have spiritual jewelry, make sure that you also have jewelry that you don't show, that people can't see, right? So not all your spiritual jewelry needs to be visible. Your most powerful spiritual jewelry needs to be unseen. Meaning, if I look at you, I can't see it. So if it's a necklace, it needs to be hidden under your shirt. If it's an anklet, it needs to be up under your pants. If it's a bracelet, it needs to be up under your sleeves. You know what I'm saying? Or have something in your pocket, or in your purse or something like that. All your spiritual jewelry does not need to be seen, because then people know where to attack. And this is why for a lot of y'all should be breaking immediately, because it's on display. You know what I'm saying? So it's taking all of them hits quick. And, it's breaking. Can someone steal a person's spiritual gift? No. They can't steal your spiritual gift. They can try to recreate it, but your gift is your gift. Even if you have the same quote-unquote gift as somebody else. Let's say you and another person is gifted to be healers, right? You're still a different healer than that person is a healer. You know what I'm saying? I read tarot. I'm a healer. I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm a shaman. I do a lot of different things. But the way that I do it, nobody else can replicate that shit. I'm a one-on-one, and you're a one-on-one too. So people can't, take your gift. They can try to replicate it. They can try to emulate it, but they can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? They can definitely try to take your energy, though. You know, energy can be taken. And a lot of times, it's not even that they're taking it. It's that we're just unknowingly giving it away. Because can't nobody take shit from you unless you give it to them. You know? They can't just come and steal some shit from you. You have to be giving it away. You got to be handing it to them. And a lot of times, we unintentionally be handing people our energy. Thank you for the gifts. Because we're not paying attention to what the fuck is going on. We're not paying attention to who that type of person is. Yeah, don't be letting people touch you and you know, be all in your space, be all in your house, be all in your car, hug on you, hold hands, kiss, fuck. Cause everybody all scared and shit of energy, but then you laying around with every motherfucking body. That shit don't make no goddamn sense. Of course you picking up on bullshit. Duh. You know? What's the process of practicing hoodoo? Like, is Islam... So with hoodoo, I did a whole live on hoodoo. If you are Black American specifically, because it is a closed Black American practice, if you're Black American specifically, then check out that live on YouTube, and it'll walk you through getting started. You better not be letting anybody watch your kids. People shouldn't even be around your kids. Letting too many people around your kids is a no-no. It's a fucking no-no. A no. And if you don't like me, then you can't be around my kids. I don't care how much you love my kids. You can't love my kids and not like me. That's goofy as hell. Okay? If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with my kids. Simple as that. That's just that on that. I don't care if you're the mama or the daddy. If you don't fuck with my kids, you don't, or if you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with my kids. You can't be around my kids if you don't like me. You can't be around my kids if you don't fuck with me. If you don't kick it with me, bang with me, none of that. Okay? That includes y'all parents. How your mama don't like you, but then you let her babysit your fucking kids. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? How your daddy don't like you, but you letting him watch your son. That don't make no damn sense. You can't fuck with me. Where the hell did that damn thing go? I don't know where it went. Oh, it's all the way over there. You can't fuck with my kids and you don't like me. That don't work. Your siblings, whoever. Okay? No. I'm Black American, but I have South American heritage. Can I still do hoodoo? What do you mean by that? Do you have a Black parent and then a South American parent? Is that what you're saying? During the consultation, the presentation is adapted. The spontaneous speech is fluent, coherent, informative. Oh, what you talking about? Hell yeah, have you on the in-laws. You ain't being around my fucking kids and you don't like me. And when your kids say that they don't like somebody or they don't want to be around someplace, you better fucking listen. Because children pick up on energy. So if a child say, I don't like that person, mommy, I don't like that person, daddy, you better be on it. My parents are South American, but I'm born here. So you wouldn't be Black American. So you could practice, I would say look into Santeria rather than hoodoo. Because when we say Black American, we don't mean your parents from somewhere else, but you was born here. We mean that you have multiple generations that are indigenous to this land. Meaning your ancestors was here before the slave ships got here. AKA Native American, AKA Native Indigenous, American Indigenous. That's who we talking about. We're not talking about people who moved here, their parents moved here, and then they was born here. No. Hoodoo, not voodoo. We're talking about hoodoo. So that means you got a Black American parent, you got two usually 2 Black American parents. They got 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 Black American parents. You know what I'm saying? Black indigenous Americans, we can trace our bloodline back centuries. Literally. Some of us can trace back to the 1400s, 1500s, some 13. You know what I'm saying? We can take that shit back. Hell yeah, most of our grandparents were full-blooded. Well, we're full-blooded. If you have 2 Black American parents, you are full-blooded Native Indigenous. And if they got 2 Black American parents, yeah. You know? Can I practice hoodoo if I'm mixed with black and white? Yeah, so as long as you have 1 Black American parent and they have 2 Black American parents and they got 2 Black American parents and they got, then yeah. Of course. But if you got a Caucasian mama and a, Latino daddy, and you was born here, you're not Black American. You know what I'm saying? If you're a seer, what is the best way to start coming into your own abilities? Writing down what you are seeing, number 1. And then I say write down what you see, write down the date that you see it, and then allow time to progress. And when those things happen, when it comes to pass, then you go back and you revisit it. And that way you get more comfortable in your gift. I always felt like I couldn't. Someone told me I had to be initiated. My mom is Black. Baby, if your mom is Black, then you automatically can practice. Because genetics are maternal. You know, genetics are more maternal than they are paternal. You get the majority of your genetic coding from your mother. So, whatever your mama is, that's really what you are 100%. For real. Or that's what the most of you is. The majority of you is. Yeah, if your mama Black, baby, you Black. Whatever your mama is, that's really what you are. What's your advice on shamanism or shaman spiritual pathway? It's intuitive. It's intuitive for sure. You know, I'm a practicing shaman and it's intuitive. Of course, you can start researching certain things about it just to get the history and the knowledge. But then, like I say, all gifts present themselves in different ways. So the way that your gift may present itself may be different than the way my gift may present itself. It doesn't mean that we both don't have the gift to do whatever we're doing. So I would start with the research and the knowledge, right? Because we want the wisdom, we want the knowledge. And then the rest of it would be intuitive. Okay. What's Obia? I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't know that term. Yeah, you should identify as Black American. If your mama is Black American, baby, you're Black American. Okay? Black genes are dominant. So, if your mama Black American, you is most definitely Black American. And you can practice hoodoo for sure. Now, if your daddy was a Black one, then I would say there'd be more of ooh. I mean, you can still practice it, but it is, But if it's your mama, you in there. You in there like somewhere. All right, final questions, thoughts, and concerns. I think it's like Santeria is a closed practice too, but hard to find info on. So, if I'm not mistaken, Santeria requires initiation at some point. So, you would have to find a priest to first get like a consultation or a reading or like a energy reading type of thing. First, just to make sure that that's something that aligns with you, and then you can go forward with the process. But just like hoodoo is a little bit different because hoodoo doesn't require an initiation process. Your blood initiates you in hoodoo. You are initiated through blood when it comes to hoodoo. So you don't have to do no formal initiation process. You if you're born into it, that's your initiation. With voodoo, with Santeria, with Ifa, those require actual initiation processes. Especially if you plan on practicing it on a shaman level or priest level. I thought it goes based on what your dad is because he's the seed. No, that is westernized based knowledge. That's not based on genetics. Based on genetics, your mother carries the majority of your genetic material. Because when you think about it, you know, when a little girl is in her mother's womb, all of the eggs that she will have for her entire life, so all of the potential babies that she will make are already in her womb as she's in her mother's womb. Women, we're the only ones who are born already with everything we need to reproduce. We have all of the eggs we're going to have for a lifetime, which carries a lot of genetic material, right? And the seed acts as a activator. So basically just it acts as an energetic spark to start the process of that embryo, you know, starting to grow. Or that egg starting to turn into an embryo, which eventually will grow into a baby. But we carry our eggs from the time we're in the womb. We're born with our eggs. We're in the womb with our eggs. You know what I'm saying? We already have all of that. So, oh my God, thank you. That's crazy. So yeah, we already are equipped. Shout out to Lions Lane. That's super dope. We're already equipped with all of the things that we need when we're born versus men. Men, their sperm doesn't even start being, you know, produced until they hit puberty or they start going through puberty. That's when they start to develop sperm. But we already have our eggs. Everything is already up in there. I did a video on twin flames and soulmates. Check that out. That's on YouTube as well. I did a lesson on that. You're saying that to say what? I'm not saying that to say nothing. I'm saying it to say what I said. Y'all gotta stop. It's always a man who wants to feel some type of way when we get to talking about genetics. I'm just saying it just to say it. It's a fact. I'm not saying it to say anything. I'm just saying it to point out the facts of genetics. That's it. I'm not saying that you're insignificant as a man or you don't matter. No, nobody's saying none of that. Don't get your boxes and don't let your boxes get in your ass. We just stating the fact, okay? Stating the fact. Relax. It's the same way if I was saying your heart has a valve that pumps blood through your body. It's a fact, you know. That's all it is. You just change your whole tone. You so fake. Stand on business. Stand on business about what? The fact of genetics? Come on, don't get in your feelings, Boogie. But it is not that deep. It's always one that feels some type of way about science. I don't get it. We sitting here literally talking about science. I'm not a feminist at all. I didn't say anything regarding being a feminist. Where did I say anything regarding being a feminist? The fuck? He's projecting bad. Golly. Baby, he didn't call me a feminist. Like I said, fuck niggas. It's all about women. These niggas ain't shit. I ain't say none of that. All I said was women are born with their eggs, and it holds the majority of the genetic material that would eventually become you. If that makes me a feminist, then science makes all of us a feminist then, if that's the case. Anywho, we not gonna end this off on no negative ass note. Any other questions, comments, or concerns before we tap out? We gonna keep this energy nice and high and high vibrational, baby. We're just gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody good? Anything else? Let me see something. Do you know how to manifest a call? What type of call are you trying to manifest before I give you advice? Because sometimes y'all be using shit for the wrong reasons. You're so welcome. I'm glad you got something from it. Thoughts on the retrogrades? Y'all are really going crazy today. Thank you, my Tay. I appreciate you so much, my honey bun. Y'all are spoiling me today. Thoughts on the retrograde. So currently, if I'm not mistaken, Mercury and Venus is still retrograding, and I think they're in Pisces now. Let me double check. I believe they're still in Pisces. Let's see. Rose quartz can definitely help with your anxiety. Yes. Yeah, so they both still retrograde in Pisces right now. So what I would say, Venus is at home in Pisces because Pisces is a water sign, and Venus, you know, is pretty much a feminine planet. So Venus and Pisces gets along very well. The only thing I would say is just be mindful of delusions or illusions, because Pisces can get you a little delusional. This is why in the reading we did yesterday, I told you if you are going to be delusional, make them healthy delusions. You know what I'm saying? Speak things as though you want them to be. Speak things as though they are, right? That type of thing. Not try to force something that's obviously not working, or trying to be delusional about something that's obviously not for you. And then Mercury being retrograde in Pisces, don't be afraid to speak on what you feel. We talked about that as well. Don't be afraid to deepen your knowledge, your intellect when it comes to the spiritual realm. Because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of spirituality and connection with the spiritual realm. So those two together, you know, lots of information and knowledge in the area of spirituality, new approaches and ways of thinking when it comes to spirituality, learning how to balance the spiritual and the physical realm, and take advantage of both. Yeah, that's about it. We only got a couple more days for Mercury, I think, and maybe another week or something for Venus, because Venus moves a little slower than Mercury does, so they should be direct soon. Yeah, Mercury retrograde ends on the 7th, and then Venus ends on the 13th. So we'll be finished with those. So a generalized call. How are you doing? Call. Huh? What are you talking about, sweetheart? A call with me, or you're trying to manifest a call from somebody else? I'm trying to understand what you're saying. We won't have any more retrogrades until May 4th. Pluto goes into retrograde, and then Neptune goes into retrograde July 4th. We have another Mercury retrograde July 18th. Saturn goes into retrograde July 13th. Ooh, July is going to be interesting. We're going to have a couple of retrograding planets within that month. So by the time we get to July, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury will be going retrograde by the time we get to July. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. So get ready. Alright, y'all, I'm about to close out. Light and love. This be posted tomorrow. Shout out to all my people who gifted. Shout out to my Tay, top gifter for the stream today. I am love, real estate, Tierra, Sherry, Ashley, Blue Baby, Queens, Lake, Miss Ling, Miss Leah, Mingo, Reek, Skis, I think I'm famous, Marlon, and Morai, I think that's how you say it. Over here on Big O, thank you, Tay. Corey, Brit Brat, Bruce, Honey, Master, Sweetie, Blue, Bree, Shalee, I think that's how you say it. Hot Man, Niji, Oneji, Slim Pickens, and Jay. Okay, shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to everybody that commented, everybody who liked, everybody who shared, everybody who stuck around even after the battle, because y'all didn't have to do that. Everyone who participated in the battle, shout out to y'all too, because y'all didn't have to do that. And anybody who blessed the Cash App or blessed the Cash App, y'all know I don't like the word blessed. Shout out to y'all. Tomorrow, I'll either be going live earlier in the day. I don't know what time yet. I'll either be going live earlier in the day, later in the evening, or just Friday. I don't know yet. I got an event tomorrow night that I gotta go to, so it really just depends on how time aligns. But if you do see me tomorrow, then cool. If you don't, then I'll definitely try to be on here on Friday, so that we can at least get us a little bit of time before the weekend. Okay? Shout out to everybody who supported again. Shout out to everybody who stuck around again. It is all appreciated. If you are interested in the Discord, again, it is a melanated only space. But if you are interested, feel free to shoot me a DM. I'll be in there chit-chatting a little bit after we get off live today. And tomorrow, if you don't see me, then I'll definitely be chit-chatting in the Discord tomorrow as well. Either way, because like I said, I want to be more active in there. That's our little community to the side. Okay. So yeah, light and love. I will see y'all tomorrow. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll see you Friday. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night. be good. If you do join the Discord, again, you have to be melanated. I will be checking your profile, and you have to have a profile picture, or I will be kicking your ass out. Okay? We gatekeeping our spaces, and we're making spaces for us to feel comfortable in, and to be able to do the things that we want to do. All right? Light and love, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be good. Peace.